Hi guys, Andy here and welcome back to my Minecraft Survival Let's Play. I'm here in the storage room, been doing a little bit of work off camera. If we come down at this side of the storage room, I've now got all the walls in around here, all marked out, ready for whatever I want to do down here. Planning to put something in here. I was going to put little businesses or shops. I'm not sure if that's a place now. I might put some officers in, the officers who are running the city. But the initial outline is in there now, so starting to get things done under here as well. Break this into quadrants, into 4 quarters, using sort of like the river and the main road going there. Obviously, I need another building so up here, and then some more buildings around here to wrap this side up. But getting underneath is done. Here, the park, and then buildings down here. This quadrant's done. There's obviously the decor around the city as well to be done. I'll smack into the church. Over here we've got, that's housing, or it's going to be a lot of small houses. That's more things like stables and a smithy, and I think that's going to be like a police type station sort of thing, guards and stuff, something like that. The library as well. So it's just making sure each area I've got, I'm making some progress with it, and that's what we're going to focus in today, because we're going to focus in on, well, the road stops there, so I'm going to put the road in all the way across. Get the towers in and the bridge. That's today's project. Lie down here. Be planning on creating some ideas for these towers. They're all the same. Got 4 towers up the same. The first things first I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get a road in going right across. I'll put that down. I'm going to clear these out of the way. And here are the phantoms. Hi. Oh, that's not my bow. That's my bow. Well, there's a lot of you. Let's get rid of you, then I'll go and sleep. Come on, man, you come. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clear up these last few bits of grass around here. But I'm going to continue the same design I've got over here. Across the river. For the bridge. Get that in place. And then I'll probably just get to the other end, just continue a little bit over just so it's got something in place there. And once we've done that, we'll start to turn our attention to these towers and get these in place. So let's crack on and get a roadway in place. And here we have one road which now goes all the way across the river. So we can safely cross the river without falling in. And it then just ends sort of here. There's a drop. So if you're coming into the thing, you have to jump. But we'll sort out later. I don't know how far this needs to go in. I just want to get something in place, and then it's there. We can add to it afterwards. But now I want to turn my attention to the towers. We'll do one, and then I will replicate it for all the others. So the idea is basically it's going to be, I've got a pallet which is going to go from the bottom all the way up to the top, and the pallet is going to be this order. I'll put it down here. Acacia, not so much for the orange, but that wood, it's got like a grey brown texture to it. So we've got that, and then that will go into some tuft, which will go into some cobble, which will then go into some stone, and at the top we'll have some stone brick. So that's going to be the pallet going up the tower, up to the top. We're going to mix in some, I've not got them with me, some of the, I can't ever remember the name, the blue wood from the nether. That sure helps people. There we go, water fences for some of the windows. And then I'll be getting I think it was a dark oak wood trim at different points up on here as well. In fact, I'm going to do one over here because, well, basically it's easy because it's in water. So let me just get rid of some of this stone here. I say get rid of it and put it back. On the 5 sides, we're going to be having we'll start with acacia wood. Each of the corners is going to come in as spruce, going all the way up, and start off with primarily at the bottom, and I think more to just maybe below the bridge line, it'll be the acacia on all the 4 of them. So let me get the acacia on this one. Right, that's the logs in place there. So now I'm going to come into the tuft. I'm going to just keep breaking the occasional one below, just so you don't have that line. I don't want that solid line coming right in. We can come back afterwards, add a little bit more extra texture in. And we're taking these up roughly, I think about, take this from about 4. So that's 1, 2, that's 2, 1 block, that's 2, 3, 4. I think roughly about 4 for each block in the middle. Given some viewing as I go up. And then there'll be gaps in the middle between each section just to blend them in as well. So then now what I need to start doing is just blending in now between a mixture of. Got another 2 layers of this to go, but I'm going to at the same time Endermite scuttles and some Endermite somewhere. The all ender pearls coming in there. Right. I'm going to now start blending a little bit now of the cobble. I think it'll be slightly higher now than what I initially planned as well. But now I've got this height here, we've got the 4 blending these 2 in. I'll do 4 cobble, and then I'll do 4 blending cobble into the stone, and then 4 stone into stone brick, and then 4 stone brick at the top. So I'll crack on and I'll get this one side up here done, and then we'll put the outside of the tower so you know what that's going to look like. And then when that's all sorted, I can get the rest all done off camera, and then we can take it from there. And there we go, one wall of a tower in place. I do like the fact that it's textured as well, so it all blends in. Right, I've just tried to record a segment explaining building this, and it's absolutely awful, so I'm not going to bother putting that in. But this is an idea of what will be repeated going up there, and possibly up higher as well. Don't think so. I'll have to double check. But that is basically have these windows in place with the fencing in. I'm using the wood just for a little bit of colour into the. It's very stone and the woods for the build, so it just adds a little bit of colour into there as well, just to break it up a little bit. I need to get a banner for this city, so there'll be some of those hanging on here as well. So that'll be there. Bottom, it won't be the windows. It'll just be a door, probably a window in there of some sort. But a window on the other side of the tower, but this way a door. So this one is repeated up there again as well. And then I'll finish off at the top. I'll just have a quick look to see how much space I'm going to need now at the top. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I appear to have seriously misjudged this at the moment. Let's have a quick go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's because I included the first row of tuff just below the water line. That's fine, I can do. So that'll be that layer there, that'll be the top layer of that, and then it'll be a case of coming like this. And then something like that on top, just to sort of wrap that up. So it'll be a layer there. And a layer there. And windows. Huge in my inventory. Chisel bricks. Let me pair some of this up. There we go. Create a slot. I would like that. Obviously we've got to put the trim around the edging as well, but you get the idea. So those windows all the way up. So 3 windows at the bottom of the thing at the bottom, all the way around, and that will be a tower. So let me get 1 tower done, and then we can then make sure we're happy with that, and then repeat that 4 more times, and then at some point I'm going to have to work out how to connect these up together to make the bridge. And that is now our completed tower. Now I've modified it slightly from when I first did it. It's not as tall. I really didn't like the height after as I was sort of working on the side of it, I sort of did this side but slightly smaller. So instead of having gaps of 4 of a solid block, 2 to blend, and then the 4, I've done 3, and then it has made the tower slightly smaller, but I think it's a lot better height than what I had. So that is all in place there. I am thinking about maybe putting a wooden trim under this window as well. I've left it for the moment because I want to get the bridge, when I get around to doing all this bridge at the side and supports. I don't know whether it's going to come in around here, so I'll leave it for the moment. This is temporary. It's just an idea of a marker on both sides as well. I want to have a connecting bridge between the 2 towers, and then it's obviously not coming out sort of like what you would assume be the level with what would be here. It'll be slightly higher, but I can work that out inside here. Can basically put pathway going up to it, but I want it to be sort of big enough when you're under here that you come in here, you don't feel like cramped. You've got plenty of space. If say carts coming in loaded with goods, they can get under it easily enough. But likewise, I don't want it too high, so I'll make sure there's enough space above it as well, because I might just put some fence supports up beside it, put like a roof on it, just so that, you know, any guards walking on the top of it are sheltered in the bad weather. So I am quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with that indeed. So I think what I need to do now is replicate this tower on each of the other 3, and then that will give me 4 towers in place. I then might put the archways in as well, and then after that it's turn our attention to the bridge itself. That needs some more supports put into it, and some obviously more sides in it, and maybe some supports going down to the water as well for it, but that's a starter point. So I'm going to do now a bit of a time lapse before we get the other towers in, and then we'll take it from there. That has definitely made a big difference. Such a big difference like that. Even without the detail on these 3 towers, it's such a difference between the entrance of the city now. So I need to get the detail onto here. That's the next step for me to do. I'm not going to time lapse that because it's going to be so fiddly to do. But just from back here, we just come and turn around over here and have a look. Oh, I like this. I like this. So if you've got to think you're going to come out of here and probably wind round, and even back here now, that's not looking impressive. So when you get the supports in on the bridge as well, and then a walkway going up to it with some supports going around it. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That's going to really work. So next up for me, get the details on these remaining 3 towers, matching that. I'll probably have a look at what I'm going to do for these arches here. So this will be a full 3 wide going across. I might have it a bit more thicker, a bit more thicker on the outside, just to give it a bit more detail and depth to it. And then the next step is the bridge, which I'm kind of thinking at the moment I might curve something down from there in and back up, or find the centre bit, have 2 big pillars, well, pillars going up some X number of blocks, however many I choose, and then having supports going down that way either side. I decide one of the, might get some dirt blocks and just put each one in and have a think and have a look at that. But I'll get these details on now because this is going to be really fiddly to do, scaffolding around the edge and so forth, and then we can worry about that after that. Okay, welcome back. Well, I've got a little bit of a confession to make in that I finished the bridge. Now, in all fairness, I had recorded another couple of sections where I talked about things like the supports and all things like that. However, it turns out that OBS decided to detach my microphone from my source, and it was recording absolutely no audio whatsoever, and also recording no game audio. The whole thing had reset itself back to default. So I've just got a couple of clips where there's no sound in it whatsoever. It's like a bit of a silent movie. So I thought I might as well come back on here and record the section where I'm actually going to show you the completed bridge. And I say I apologise about that, but OBS has let me down big time. So here we go. One completed bridge. And this is it. I'm really happy with how this has turned out and the detail I've got into it as well. So like I said, we've got the 4 towers with all the detail on. Got the arches in place as well. Again, I'm using these big wooden logs for support. I've done that where you see on the bridge there. These big supports, so they're laying down into the concrete columns, the stone columns in the middle, and then going across. Arches on each of these sides. I'm using the twisted wood or the warped wood to tie in with what's on the bridge itself there. Hello, Mr. Drown, I can hear you gurgling. And then outside, the same here. And then I've got this, it's a straight path just coming up to the gates, and this will start narrowing as it goes, winds round up to the bridge up there. But I really do like this view from back here now. As sort of the people are coming in from this way here, you can just say the pathways can come down this way. But as you do that, you've got the shadow of the cathedral in the background. There will be the lab building there as well. And then it'll come around here. And then as you get round to the bridge, you see the cathedral in the background, and then it's all coming to view. And then when we get these buildings down here, it'll look better as well. And it's all nice. I'm really happy with how this has come out. Definitely one of my favourite builds in here at the moment. In here, all the same, no decoration inside here, but it comes up to here. There's a little stairway up, making it onto here, onto these walkways. It's the same over there. It's the same over there. That's all the same. And then this can come right out up to the ceiling, or the roof, should I say, rather than the ceiling, where they can stand up here. Again, they've got the watchtower views from over here, and then likewise, what we'll be looking out to do, farmers' fields and all that sort of stuff. And I'm probably thinking, I've got my pills with me. I've just totally missed that, haven't I? I have. But it'll be down here anyway. Down at the front here, probably got a few more buildings. Have a little mini dock here. Nothing too much, but something where some small boats can come and land. But over here, there's the archway. Lights on this side as well. I've not gone on the supports down here, not put anything in because it's quite wide but narrow. They didn't look right. Hence why I did end up putting the log going across there. Like you've got this big timber supports on each side resting on there as well, adding additional support that way. But I'm really happy with how this has all come out. Definitely one build I've enjoyed doing, and it was something I wasn't sure how I was going to tackle at first when I first started this, but really pleased with how this has come out. But on that note, thank you very much for watching. I do apologise for the missing the parts of the bridge regarding the gate and the bridge itself here. I say, unfortunately, I need to pay more attention to the settings on OBS as I go forward anyway for future recordings. But I'm glad it's all done now and we've got this bridge complete. It means I can now start thinking on this side of the city what we can start doing to start off up here as well. and it's something else to keep working on. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. I would much appreciate it. It helps out me and the video and the channel. Subscribe if you are new around here. Ring the bell to be notified of future content. Any comments are always welcome regarding things we can put into the city, other suggestions, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.